Hi, welcome back to Smoking Cheltenham. Hope you're good. How's your Christmas going then? Hope it's going alright. Hope you got lots of nice things. So the only thing I asked for, weren't it, were a special one to be winning. So I think Santa forgot me this year. All I wanted, a 1 to 2 shot to win a 4 horse race. But no, came last. Cheers, Santa. Clearly I'm on the naughty list. You like my t-shirt? I've got a couple of nice things, to be fair. I like this. Things I do in my spare time. Go racing. Watch horse racing. Research horse racing. Talk about horse racing. Think about horse racing. And dream about horse racing. And on the back, Smoking Cheltenham. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And I got this cup here, this mug. Cheltenham Gold Cup winners from 1984. It's got all the Gold Cup winners on there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, not so bad. End of the day, nobody died, did they? It was just a horse race. Um, we'll talk about that first, though, so I won't be too long here. Right, God, yeah, I was nervous for him. I were. Um, I didn't like. I just felt like things was conspiring against him. You know, you get that feeling sometimes. It's like Paul went on him. I think the ground were going against him. It were getting quick, weren't it? Um, they were good in the ground, and that I think that's kind of key. Um, it was a small field. I wondered what the pace would be like. The time weren't that quick compared to the handicap. I didn't write the times down, but yeah, the ground is he's a flamboyant horse, and he's got a flamboyant action. That's kind of why we love him. But it does come down quite hard on the ground. So what I did do, the one bit of research I've done, because I had this in my head, I was worried on the ground. Right, his runs with soft to heavy in the description. 1, 1, 1, 2, which won the Supreme last year. 1, 1. His runs without soft or heavy in the description. 1, 1, 1, 5, 4. So it kind of starts off well, that 1, 1, 1. But the first one of them ones was like the first time he'd encountered ground like that in that bumper at Leopardstown. And often, they say anyway, often they can get away with it first time. The second time, the second one there, was at Punchestown. And if you remember, it were all out to beat Redemption Day that day. And yeah, he looked possibly beat, didn't he, going into the last furlong that day? Yeah. And the third one of them ones win his maiden at 1 to 9, you know. And then yeah, he's got the 5 and the 4. A next to last and a last. I've thought for a while from his bumper days he kind of wants a bit of dig in the ground anyway. And I'm not sure he lets himself down properly if he doesn't get that. If he feels it a bit, I don't know. Willie's never really said anything like that, but I've always had that on my mind with him. Um, After the race, Willie did mention about possibly going up in trip. Now, we got 6 points on him, haven't we, at 6-1 for the Arkle. To be fair, he's not much bigger now. He might be a bit bigger if Marine National sticks the knife in this afternoon, which he might do. He's 12-1 for the Turners. He like got. I haven't looked at his price for Turners for a while, but I think he's been pushed out for that as well. He was 12s anyway. Got 6 points on him for the Arkle. Just in case, we'll have a point on him at 12s for the Turners. You know, with yeah. I have anyway. I've just had a point on him at 12s for Turners. I think he's most likely to still end up in the Arkle, but you just never quite know, do you, with Willie? And 12-1, I mean, this horse is started favourite every race he's been in, like, you know. If he did line up in the Turners, he won't be 12. So, yeah, just a bit of change. We'll just throw a point on him at 12s, just in case. I'm hoping Willie will give him another chance and we'll get a bit soft in the ground next time. And then, you know, I was lying in bed last night thinking about this. I was like, is he that special? And he possibly isn't, to be truthful. Do you know? He's had a season in bumpers, hasn't he? A season in novice hurdles, and now he's novice chasing. So he's never really stepped outside novice bumper and novice company yet. I mean, you know, even if he were to go and win the Arkle this year, he's then got to be running against El Fabiolo, hasn't he? Or like, I think, to be fair, I think if he won the Arkle this year, he'd be up in trip then. I think they'd play about with a trip and see what happens. It could be exciting. I mean, it could even be a Gold Cup horse, who knows, like, you know. But, yeah, so possibly Ian. But then I was thinking, do you know, it's that, do you know, when he's on, I think when he gets his ground, basically, when he just comes there, like, he's just exciting. It just does it for me, you know. So he's not all that bad either. Ian, you know, I love the horse still anyway, you know. I just love the horse. But yeah, in all seriousness, I think he needs the dig in the ground. I think that's what it is. So broke his form down there for you. Even the only time he got beat with digging the ground win the Supreme last year. And Marine National looked a proper horse to me that day. As you know, I think proper sharp 2 mile hurdler. We'll see if he can translate that to fences this afternoon. You might have seen that already now. If he can, yeah, we're fighting an uphill battle. But I did have that doubt in my mind. So we'll see anyway. Yeah, so that's a special one. He's not in the recycle bin yet. I'd love him to have another crack at 2 mile. Marine National wins or whatever. I'd love him to have another crack at the DRF and get some dig in the ground. Leopardstown does drain well, doesn't it? So that's not guaranteed. You know, the Arkle, first day at Cheltenham, one way or another, there will be some kind of soft in the ground. So it'd be alright there. Thursday in the Turners. I don't know. You don't know, do you? But yeah, not in the recycle bin yet. Still love him to bits. And yeah, we'll see when he gets some cut in the ground again. Personally, I think that's what it is. Apart from that, yeah, I think, Jesus, our ante-post, we're taking some battering, aren't we? I think Santa got me a bigger recycling bin. West Balboa, I think she's still running. I don't know what happened there. Clearly that weren't a running. The one we kind of thought was a danger crambo, he got it done, didn't he? We knew them old boys were vulnerable. We just kind of jumped on the wrong one there. But yeah, the ante-post aside, we're flying. We are. We're smoking. We're smoking it. Lucia, she went in 10-1 into 9-2, so that was nice for us. Yesterday, Django Bells landed the nap, didn't he? Possibly a bit lucky there. I think we the other horse came down, looked to be travelling well. 17-2, he came back. I mean, it swings and roundabouts, you know. You take your good luck, you get enough bad, don't you? 17-2 though. I mean, you know, I backed him ante-post at 9-2, topped up a bit at 7-2, and then just before the race, he was double figures on Betfair, so I had a bit more on him at that. I don't know why he drifted so much. I don't know if he'd missed a bit of work or something. I don't know. I was mad. Yeah, I don't know why he ended up that price, but there you go. He landed us the Christmas nap anyway. Mossy Fen Park, he got it done, didn't he? 6-4. I thought that was a good price as well. I thought they'd be odds on. Hermes Allen, yeah, had a little bit on him. Jesus, that French thing, that is a wonder horse, isn't it? We didn't know it could be. He is a wonder horse. Thought after the race, not so much for Cheltenham. It's very low. He don't get his back end up. The boys, Ruby and AP, what about that on the racing? So you'd have your reservations for Cheltenham there, but he looks like next year's King George winner, doesn't he? I thought, might have a bit on him ante-post for King George. Had a look. Best I can get personally is 9-4. You can get bigger. I can't get on with them. I think he was 7-2 best, but 9-4. You're having a fucking laugh, aren't you? That's just shocking. I was thinking like, you know, a bit of 7s or 8s, but Jesus, I mean, some of the ante-posts, it's getting hard, isn't it? Sometimes with things. I mean, you had that bumper horse yesterday, Willie's Cantico, 10-1 top price for bumper at Cheltenham before it even ran yesterday. Fucking unreal, isn't it? You know. Jesus. Yeah. Constitutional. Wow, he was good, weren't he? 2 out, took my breath away. So every day you get to see his horse is a good day. He's something, isn't he? He is something. I thought Nico did well to keep a lid on him going to last. I thought, don't open him up here, like, you know, because he had that much. He had plenty more gears left, didn't he? And you could see he kind of wanted to go into a higher gear, but Nico kept that lid on him. Good. King George, as we thought, that kind of fell apart, didn't we? I gave up with this. I'd backed Jerry at 20s. Then I backed the Venetia William horse there each way. That came out like the day after. You know, just get it up as a bad job, King George. It did kind of fall apart. Hewitt won that. Lovely for his connections, like, but Shishkin, I think, were probably unlucky, weren't he? Sort of tripped over himself. Fucking horse. I don't know if he's going to start. Got a race in the bag, possibly, maybe, and tripped over himself. Allaho, I was cheering Allaho on. I'd got nothing on him, but I was cheering him on there. He's not the horse he were, is he? His cruising speed were more than that before. Like, you can't tell me 2 years ago he'd have fucking lapped Hewick, surely. He'd have lapped this lot. Yeah. I guess a lot of people will be saying, oh, we'll drop him in trip, come back now, and he'll have a big chance in the Ryanair, but not for me. Yeah, I think 2 years ago he'd have lapped these. No flies on him. He were good, weren't he? We've been waiting for him. He were good, actually. I was really impressed with him. The time were very good as well. It was about 3.5 seconds quicker than the next maiden hurdle. Yeah, he looks some prospect. Edward O'Grady's got a good horse there. Mirazor, he's the bin. Another one. Yeah, he just. I mean, I was watching this. They have that speedo on, don't they? The little in the corner. Oh, you got up to like 39 or something early on. I was like, Jesus, you can't do that. We knew we said that we had a touch of the furnace about him, and yeah, he's. I'll tell you what though, he's got some ability. He has, because the way he raced, he to still be there like pitching at the last was something. They've just got to channel him in. They've just got to channel it right. He is. Yeah, he has definitely got a touch of the furnace about him. He's got some ability. He'll be winning graded races this horse. They've just got to teach him to race. Probably not at Cheltenham though, because the way he jumped right, we're like, you don't like to see that in a Cheltenham horse. We've done Facile Vega. Yeah, it's just a quick spin through. I mean, I think we've had 8 there as Ramblers over Saturday and Boxing Day, and we've hit 4 winners. So, 10 to 1, 17 to 2 nap. We're doing well, but from the ante-post point of view, it's looking a bit rough at the minute. So, we need a bit of respite here. Today, to be honest, I ain't got much different to what I mentioned before. Personally, I've just had a little bit on some of these Willies, but they've been mostly backed in now. The sort of unexposed ones. Ethical Diamond in the first, Joystick in the bumper, Hen's Tooth in the bumper at Limerick. Just little bits on them. He didn't get a winner, did he, yesterday, Willie, at Leopardstown? I'd be amazed if that happened again. It's been a long time since that happened. Yeah, I mean, Ethical Diamond, they were just like Willie mentioned, jumped really well. Patrick were mentioning it jumped really well. So that'll probably fall. And the bumpers, yeah, Willie the bumpers, I mean, they weren't against there, so I just had a little bit on them both. But my main one today would be that 110. The rain did come a day late for a special one, I think, but yeah, they've had some rain overnight. I think they'll go some pace in that race, so I kind of took Captain Guinness on, and I think Dino Blue's a great bet here, and I've had a bit on Saint Roy as well. Got a bit 25s yesterday. I still think there's some 20s about. the way I played it, I suppose if we're doing a points thing, I've had like 3 points Dino Blue and a point on St. Roy. That'd be my sort of nap race today. Yeah, if Captain Guinness don't get home, I just, there's a couple others of willies that have been popular in the market. Dysart Dynamo were fairly popular. I just can't have that horse. And Mad Horse first time out, he wants better ground than this, and he's never ran well first time out before. I don't get it. I think Dino Blue looks a solid bet, and I think St. Roy has got a squeak at a big price. We'll see. The big handicap, yeah, goes to so happy with that. 12-1. I think his top price 10s now. Could turn into a big gamble in the next few hours. I don't know. We said it's got that potential. Also, just add a little bit on Jody Ted in that race as well. 10-1. He's getting nibbled in a bit. And that's it for today, really. Tomorrow's pretty sparse. Factor File runs in the 115. He's up against Minella Kakuna. Looks a match. I don't favour Factor File. If you remember, I said there were 2 ways of looking at him last time. Either he needed the run or he choked, as in he weren't breathing. He got a wind problem. Hopefully it's the former and he just needed the run, and in which case, say 90% of the race, he was just so impressive the way he jumped and travelled. I'm just hoping it's like kind of D-Day for him, really. He has to get it done. If he don't get it done tomorrow, if he does the same, jumps and travels and then cuts out at the end, I won't be going near this horse until, you see like he's had a wind up or something. But at the prices, I won't be too excited to back him. I think you're going to be looking at sort of 6-5 each or 2. I don't know. Home by the Lee could outstay Irish Point. If Irish Point stays, he wins. Yeah, not in any rush to have a bet in that race. Really, we've got Gaelic Warrior at Limerick. He'll just destroy that field, But he's no price. Really, it's Jerry tomorrow. It's that Savills is some race. That's the race of Christmas. I'm excited for that. I've backed Jerry, and this rain will help him a bit. It'll help him a lot, to be fair. If it hadn't come, I don't know if it even ran. They might have pulled him out again, So yeah, I've got a feeling Galloping's going to be ridden right up there. But yeah, on Jerry in that. And yeah, the Jim Duggan Coccolino does go there, so I'll be having a bet on him. That's that. So yeah, I just kind of threw this together quick. I just thought I'd check in because I said I would if I could, and I did have just a little bit of time. So yeah, let's hope we can keep the good run going, and just hope, we sort of smashed it on the day-to-day racing, but the ante-post is not going well, is it? So we could do with a bit of respite there. We'll see what the next couple of days brings. I think next week, it will be Wednesday, and then we'll cover it in a bit more detail next Wednesday. I hope you ask Santa for another flask because you might need it for next week. So all the best then. Hope you back plenty of winners. Thanks for your time. I'll see you again soon. Bye.